actually got really good for the second half and most of the first. So I was proud of our fans. I thought they impacted the game with communication for Texas A&M. There were some big series that were backed up, 5 yards, 10 yards, for the fans affecting them. I also want to congratulate Rodrigo. That's a tremendous honor. I mean, we certainly have helped him with it. we kick a lot of field goals. But what Rodrigo has done and overcome is just a story for the ages. To be a walk-on, to not get a scholarship, to continue to work, get a scholarship, and then continue to grind and be as consistent as he has been in some of the toughest conditions this year that you could ask a kicker to kick in. He's just been tremendous, and he's really become a weapon for us. Thank goodness he's done a great job. I thought Jake did a great job flipping the field several times. With the punting, there was one time that it was probably not a good punt. It was a line drive, and it was not great coverage. It was put us vulnerable. But other than that, he did a great job kicking it tonight. You know, our defense was very resilient. Thought we got tired at the end of the game, and we're going to have to overcome that because 2 weeks in a row now, we kind of lost some momentum late and struggled for a couple drives. And offensively, we've got to improve. You know, I think there's no bones about it. We've got to improve. There were things tonight that we missed that were there, and that's the frustrating thing. Because I'll get 100 questions about the inability to hit explosive plays, inability to hit runs, but when you get an opportunity on 1st and 10 to make the plays that we had, you got to make those. And some of that had nothing to do with the calls. Some of that had to do with execution. So we share in that. I share in that. We got to do a better job. But that's a good football team, and that's a football team that's gotten better on their side. Their team has gotten better, and we have to continue to better. The message this week was the next step is the most important step. We showed the guys some clips of a guy that broke his leg on a mountain in 1989. He's 21,000 feet in the air, and all he talked about was the next step until he got down. So for us, the next step is the most important step, and that was tonight. And now we'll move on to the next. With that, I'll open it up.
Kirby, you mentioned losing the momentum there. If you look at 4 of your wins this year, Notre Dame, Florida, Auburn, and this, in all of those games, you had like double-digit leads, and then fourth quarter they come. I mean, does it seem like? Can you remember playing 4 more similar? I know there have been differences in these games, but it seems to be a similar script in those 4 games.
Certainly does. It's an inability to put people away on both sides of the ball. You feel like you control the momentum. You feel like you should be ahead further, and you're not. And then, you know, whether you get tight, whether you lose momentum, whether they hit a couple plays, you've got to take advantage of the opportunities you have earlier. You know, we had 2 or 3 possessions that were in field goal range that felt like we were out of field goal range before the possession was over. And you can't do that and beat really good football teams. So we've got to improve.
They gave up on the run pretty much, Kirby. They had 9 yards in the 3 quarters, and for that touchdown drive, all 10 passes. The defense tremendous to get the run again. They had the top receiver making plays.
I got good wideouts. I mean, I knew that before the game. They've got exceptional wideouts. I mean, when you think about Osmond's one of the best wideouts I've seen. I mean, his lower half is like tree trunks. So when he comes out of breaks, he's powerful, he's strong. They got big physical wideouts, and we knew that going into the game. We wanted to make them one-dimensional and try to get our hands on them and cover them. I thought that we could have affected Mon better. I don't know what we ended with sack-wise, but that one drive, you know, we couldn't get to him. You know, we were trying to get fresh rushers in. We looked tired, and to be a great defense, we can't have those kind of breakdowns.
Going back to the inability to put teams away, is there something when you look at those 4 games that you can point to and say that's what's wrong for these shows?
I can't sit here now. I thought the ability to put them away was earlier in the game. I mean, we missed a flea flicker. We missed a wheel route. We had a couple of misses where we thought that guys gave us a couple of protections where guys beat us, and they did a good job. I mean, they have a 3rd down package I've talked about for a long time. It's really good. And where the Florida game we struggled to move the ball, we were excellent on 3rd down. We were not very good on 3rd down tonight, and we were struggling to run the ball.
You had to estimate how much time, you know, how many years this game's taken off your life in the future with all these in-game scenarios.
A lot, but I love them. And when you talk about competitive nature, I mean, when you look at DeAndre Swift and he wants the ball in the 4th quarter and he puts the team on his shoulders and he breaks 3 tackles to get 7 yards and makes one of his best career runs, and Jake wants the opportunity to throw a strike in there to Dom when they're pressuring. I mean, some of those things were really key. And that's the one thing that has been consistent with this team. When your back's against the wall and you gotta get a first down, most games, they've been able to do that. This one, in Florida when it was big, we didn't get it done against Auburn, but the defense stood up. I mean, they've done a good job with backing each other up.
Before that quick slant to Dom, there was that little dust up between Jake and DeAndre. What was going on
I
there?
wouldn't call it dust up. I mean, it's just, he was frustrated. You know, it was a situation where we don't run that play into a pressure from that side. They did a good job disguising it. We told Jake to milk the clock. So when you milk the clock, you can't change the play. You milk the clock, you got your other play. So it wasn't a great play into that. But that's called passion. It's not dust up. It's love. When you have a family, your family don't always get along, right? But they love each other. And those two young men love each other as much as anybody.
Are you concerned about Jake on any level at this point? You mentioned some of the plays that they were definitely open. I know he using the glove part of the time, not using part of the time. It seems like he's been a little bit off these last few games.
Well, I mean, he made some back shoulder throws that were pretty special. I mean, he hit Kieras, he hit Tyler, he hit George, he did some really good things. So concern is not there. I want to get better. The kids want to get better. And everybody's like, well, what's wrong with the offense? Well, when the offense stays aggressive and we mix things up, we get some inside runs, outside runs, you know, we're better. But we're also playing a stretch run of some pretty good defenses. And I know that defense hadn't played good all year. They played good recently. And I got a lot of respect for their defense and the way they played tonight.
What happened